Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Thai Talk with Dan, the channel that shares about your Thailand stories and what you guys have been getting up to when you get involved with a Thai woman here in Thailand. And on this channel, we have shared hundreds of stories from real, genuine guys and some women that have explained what's really gone on. And if you've been watching this channel for a long time, you'll notice that there's always a pattern. There always seems to be some kind of psychological problem with the women and even with the men that come here, some kind of trauma or event that's happened. A lot of guys that get divorced decide to come over here to Thailand and get wooed by a Thai girl, whether she's in a bar, off a dating site, or he's met her via other means. And it always seems to boil down to the same thing. Now, there are guys here that have done okay, but them compared to the ones that haven't, it speaks volumes. And that's because most of the women that are interested in foreign men are interested in foreign men in regards to what they can get out of them. And obviously they want to have a comfortable and easy life also. But this comes with problems. When you get with a woman that's so easy to get, basically sleeps with you on the first night, asks for a monthly salary, makes sure that they get some kind of financial compensation out of you, then they're more than likely done this to a lot of men before you. And that will have a psychological impact on them and an emotional impact on them. And what I've noticed from sharing a lot of these stories is that there seems to be a lack of empathy. Now, some guys might know about narcissism, and if you do, you'll see that it's quite prevalent over here with the type of women that are normally getting involved with foreign guys here and it all going wrong, losing houses, losing land, cheating on them, having a Thai husband while they're dating them. It all happens. Now, there's guys that are coming over here that have just got divorced, they've lost a loved one, they're lonely, they're a lot older, they're not getting any kind of female attention whatsoever, and a lot of guys choose to come to a place like Thailand because money does talk, and they accept that. But even though that they accept that money talks, when a woman is love bombing you and making out that her feelings are genuine, but she needs money because she's a poor woman and needs to support herself and her family, guys really do get sucked in. And the only time that they break free from that is when it all goes Pete Tong, it all goes horribly wrong, and that woman moves on to another guy very, very quickly. You'll notice, normally within a few days or a week, you'll see that they've got a brand new iPhone or jewelry around the neck or something's going on where you see they've already got another guy to latch onto to bleed him dry. And then he'll go through the same thing that guy's gone through. But by that time, that guy starts to wake up and see it for what it is. He slaps himself and it's a lesson learned, but it can have an emotional and a psychological effect on them. Now, with all the stories that I share on this channel, there's a lot of emails that I get and a lot of messages that I get on a daily basis where people just want to privately speak to me and ask me private questions. And I just want to give you a bit of an example of what goes on. I did ask this guy permission when I received this email. If I can share it, I'll just keep where he's from and his name out of it. And he's happy for me to share this email to you guys, and let's see what you guys think. Let me start by saying I appreciate what you do on YouTube. English is not my native language, and please excuse me for that. Last year on my first trip to Thailand, I met this lady, 44 years old, and I'm 38. I enjoyed sitting with her for a couple of nights, but that was it. A few weeks after my return to Europe, we started texting, and over time that became daily. And I think I really got feelings for her. We started making plans for my next trip, to visit her village to see her mother. Her father had passed away in September, and yes, she asked me to help financially.
Promises to be as stupid does.
She wanted to spend some time to get to know each other, and I made clear that money does not buy real love in my opinion. Anyway, we agreed on a time frame for my holiday. Now here it comes. The moment I told her my flight was booked, she stopped talking to me. I asked her what was going on, but I got no reply. When I got to Bangkok, I told her I was there and asked if we were still going to meet. Nothing. In her bar, all the ladies were of course informed. I looked on her Facebook and saw that she had changed her profile picture with this guy. I hardly ever look on Facebook, so I did not realise the girls eventually told me that she had a boyfriend. He had just retired and moved to Bangkok, obviously bought her out of the bar and probably paying for her to be his. Anyway, my trip was ruined and my heart broken. Long story short, my last day in Thailand, you had that earthquake. So when I got to the airport, I texted her, I just hope you are all right after the event. About 10 days later, she replied, thanks so much for caring about me. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry for everything, but I had no choice. Then she deleted the friendship and probably blocked me. I have not replied. Now money-wise, it did not hurt me at all. 25,000 baht over the year, so I'm not worried. Now me with a broken heart ask you for some advice. Should I completely get her out of my head? And how do I do that? What do I do if I come across her next year, or if she contacts me at some point? I know you have got a lot on your plate, but I really appreciate your advice. Cheers, Dan, and all the best. Thank you. Now guys, what do you expect me to reply to that? These are the types of emails and messages I get all the time. Unfortunately, a lot of guys seem to fall for these women that work in the bars. And when I speak to these guys properly and I see what they look like, etc., I can see that they've got some kind of psychological issues going on, or they're just simply very sad and very lonely. And I'm saying that in a way not to attack these guys, because I'm not wound that way. You know, I do try to understand how others live their lives and how they feel. If he's at home in his own home country, doesn't get any female attention at all, he's lonely, he's fed up, his routine is boring, etc. Guys can get really depressed, and depression is rife throughout this world that we live in this day and age. That's what I believe anyway. I do believe that there's a lot more psychological issues nowadays than there used to be in the past. Now, this guy gets involved with a bar girl, falls for her. She managed to milk him for 25,000 baht over the year, but it's nothing to him. But if she does that to several customers every single day or every single week or every single month, the amount of money that she can generate from that is big business. So that means that she will turn the volume up in regards to, she'll crank it up in order to do it more and more and more and more, because it does become a business at the end of the day. If you can get guys to come into a bar, buy you drinks, pay you for, your services for an hour or a night, or take them on holiday and get more money and a salary out of it, get guys on the monthly salary, payroll. For the guys that don't want to do that, give them some sob stories, my buffalo's sick, etc.
I cannot meet you นะ because I have to work hard นะ I have to take care of my family, my cow and my buffalo. Now my buffalo sick. I have to take my buffalo to hospital first, and I need some money. You send to me ได้ไหมล่ะ?
Or yeah, someone's passed away, can you help me? And they are very good actresses. They're actually amazing actresses. They know how to work guys with empathy. If you've got empathy and you come over to Thailand and you've got large amounts of it, let's say you're an empath, for example, you can get eaten alive here, because these women, when they get so ruthless like this, they can become extremely narcissistic. But in public, they come across like butter wouldn't melt, and they are very good at acting like a victim and acting like woe is me and stuff. They're just amazing at it. And if you are physically attracted to them, you'll start to feel sorry for them. You want them to be yours because normally they're way out of your league, or you've just got out of a divorce, or you're lonely, etc. Then these women can twist you around their finger and they can generate money out of you. And like this guy said, it's not a big deal because 25,000 baht over the year isn't a big deal to him. But if he knew that she's done this to hundreds of people every single year, or more than that, let's say 1,000 in a year, then it would be an issue to him. And even now, he's still thinking about her, he still wants to be with her. And it's mental. She had a boyfriend, she was just playing him for money. You know, it's as simple as that. But because of this guy's emotional and psychological situation, you have to look at this a little bit deeper, guys. Yeah, he turns into what most people classify as a simp, and it's not nice, it's not something good to be called, but that's how most of us classify it, because we don't want to go deep into it and get into the psychological profiling, etc. Lonely people, guys that have got maybe a deformity, or they're overweight, or they're bald, or they're old, or they've got some insecurities, something, you know, that's going on that makes them not do well with their own women from their own home country, will come to a place like Thailand and very quickly fall in love, especially when they're brand new and they've not educated themselves about what really goes on here. And these women will love bomb you. They will contact you every single day. They will video call you at night and fall asleep while being on that video call with you. And all this is designed to love bomb you so you fall in love. And they're very good at reading it, so they'll know exactly when to strike in order to generate that money from you. They'll know when to say that story, lie about something, some problem or whatever, in order to get that income out of you. And it's a very popular thing that these women do, especially women that work in the bars or have a freelance background or have played around with a lot of foreigners. Guys, it's scary stuff, and we're not used to it when we live in our own home countries. It's not really like that. It wasn't really like that for me back in England. I mean, I didn't realize how many mental health problems people had until I came over to Thailand and I started meeting a lot of foreigners and trying to get my head around, why is this guy with this woman? She's horrible, you know? How much is he paying her? He's always paying her 40,000 baht per month, and look at her, she's dripped in gold. Has he paid for all that? Yeah. It's like flipping heck, you know? And I can see they don't match or anything, but guys come here and they get with a woman that they wouldn't normally ever get with. Maybe not because of the looks, maybe because of the personalities, you know? No woman would touch them because they've got a horrible personality, and your own women from your own home country can see through it and they can see who you are. But over here, they just see you as a money phalang, you know? And not everybody, guys. There's always guys that pitch it in the comments and they try to defend their relationship and their marriages, etc. Nobody's personally attacking any of these guys. There are guys with successful relationships. There are guys that are smarter, they've not had issues, they've got no psychological problems or emotional problems, and they've met someone that they like and they're doing well with. And I can't get my head around why they watch this program, this YouTube channel, if they just want to come on and say stuff like that. Guys, I just try to be as honest and as truthful as possible to try and help guys like this. And unfortunately, with this guy, he is going to have to meet someone else in order to get her out of his mind. But if he's coming to a place like Thailand and he's vulnerable, then it's just going to be someone else that eats him alive, unfortunately. If you've got any emotional or psychological problems, do not come to Thailand. Do not get involved with women here if you are vulnerable. And that goes out to a lot of divorced men, because we share so many stories from divorced men on this channel. Any guys that are alcoholics, got a mental health disorder, or both, guys, don't come here. Please don't, because if the wrong type of woman gets her claws into you, she will savage you more than you know. You'll love it at first, but you'll be traumatized in time. You will be absolutely traumatized, and at the end of it, God knows what will happen to you. Guys, you need to be a bit of a stoic type of guy to be here in Thailand and to survive and to thrive here. You've got to be a man's man, I'm afraid, and you can't be emotionally vulnerable, because you will get eaten alive. Now, if you guys have any advice to give to this guy or to any other types of guys that you've met here in Thailand where you feel that your advice might help them, then please put it down below. But something's got to give, and you can't allow your hormones and your vulnerability to allow you to be extorted by some crazy, narcissistic, possibly narcissistic woman that will literally devour you. So, in summary, this is not your country. Things work very differently in Southeast Asia. A lot of relationships can be financially based, but you being a foreigner coming over here to Thailand in 2025 and expecting to find something real and fall in love, and not expecting that it's going to have a very big financial impact and psychological and emotional impact on you. Guys, there are some lucky men out there. There are some men that have got their together, yeah? And they come over here and they understand the game, they understand how the women operate, and they can choose and be very careful at selecting the right type of woman. But if you go into bars or even dating sites, it's like, it could be worse than a bar on a dating site. You've got to really know how to know who is right and who is wrong, and even then you can be wrong, and everything does take time, guys. And for me, the main advice, and the advice that I probably give for a long time now, is to stay single here. If you want to live here in Thailand, live here. But I wouldn't advise you falling in love here and getting involved here with someone and paying a monthly salary thinking that it's the norm and this is how it is, unless your eyes are totally wide open and you really don't care about that, and you will not allow that woman to trample all over you. At the end of the day, if you want to pay a monthly salary in order for a woman to be with you and to live with you and to take care of you, as long as you're getting treated right for paying that type of money, then whatever, you know, as long as you're happy, you're happy. But for the guys that don't understand any of that and they're just thinking, oh, it's just a cultural thing, blah, 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 God help you. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.